Welcome back to the Income Path Show, where we explore the intersection of wealth, purpose, and transformation. I am your host, Sandra Camacho, and today we are entering pillar number 4, where we are mastering community, legacy, and purposeful wealth. A pillar about wealth as a communal force and cultural evolution. Today, we are going to talk about wealth that waves, how true wealth builds trust and legacy. Because sacred wealth is not just about possession, but participation. And here is the truth. You can build lasting wealth if it doesn't build trust, community, and legacy. For too long, wealth has been defined by independence, accumulation, and individual gain. But what happens when we define wealth only by profit? Well, communities fracture, trust dissolves, and legacy fade. Think about your own wealth goals. Are they designed to serve only you or to outlive you? I would like to share a beautiful story, and this is about Lucia, who dreamed to opening a community cafe that used local produce and offered jobs to young people in her town. When she went to the bank for support, she was turned away. Her credit history wasn't good enough, and that rejection left her isolated, cut off from the resources she needed. She tried reaching out to suppliers about to grow her cafe into cultural hub, but high fees and endless requirements built walls around her dream, keeping her disconnected instead of connected. Meanwhile, the only funding available in her area came from investors who were backing projects that drained the land, forests cut down, rivers polluted, extracting from the ecosystem without giving anything back. Lucia realized that traditional financial system wasn't designed to include her, connected her, or sustain her community. But what if financial could look different? What if money could wave people together instead of isolating them, building bridges instead of walls, and sustain ecosystems instead of extracting from them? That's the vision behind co-funding and digital ecosystems, creating wealth that serves people and the planet. So let me ask you, if the financial system was rebuilt to include, connect, and sustain, what new possibilities will open up for you and your community? According to Edelman's 2023 Trust Barometer, only 42% of people trust financial institutions to do what's right. How much of your wealth journey is built on fear of loss instead of trust in contribution? Wealth that waves is a model of stewardship, not just ownership. It's wealth that aligns with purpose, sustains ecosystems, and strengthens community. It's not about what you hold, it's about what you wave together. Because you can achieve real security if your wealth isolates you. And you can't achieve freedom if your wealth harms the very systems that sustains life. It's like building a beautiful house on quicksand. You might enjoy it for a while, but sooner or later the ground beneath you gives away. In Lucia's case, even if she had accepted fundings from investors who destroyed forests and polluted rivers, her cafe will sit on shaky ground, and the very land and community she depends on will be collapsing. So real freedom isn't built in quicksands. It's built on healthy soil, clean water, thriving people, and ecosystem that last. What will change if wealth meant unity instead of separation? And one of the benefits of wealth that waves is that in co-funding, people share a vision, and trust is built through transparency. Also, it builds resilience. It makes stronger systems, creating stability in uncertain times. And legacy is the foundation that sustains generations, not just portfolios. And started a family, I joined a cooperative group, and each month we contributed to a shared property fund. At first, it was just small steps saving together, but then the group bought a block of land, and we built our homes side by side, every weekend working, learning, and helping each other. That experience taught me that true wealth is collective. Wealth isn't independence, it's interdependence, and this is the power. So, wealth that waves is a strategy with soul, turning capital into connections and connection into change. So, let's share 3 steps to start practicing wealth that waves. Step number 1 is define your purpose. You can ask yourself, what values do I want my wealth to reflect? Because you can build legacy if you don't know what you stand for. Step number 2, build trust networks. Wealth flows where trust grows. Create circles where contribution is more important than competition. Step number 3, aligned investments. Redirect capital into assets that sustain communities and ecosystems. Start small, a co-funded project, a purpose-led business, or regenerative property. Which step resonates most with you right now? And what's stopping you from taking it? Because you can create wealth that lasts if it doesn't serve beyond yourself. You can't build real influence if your wealth breaks trust. And you can't call it legacy if it dies with you. So, wealth that waves is more than a philosophy. It's a practice. It's how we build communities, steward ecosystems, and leave legacy that outlasts us. If this resonates with you, I invite you to take the next step. Go to the Strategic Guide to Purpose-Driven Wealth, where you will find tools to create the inner alignment needed to reach real wealth. Because alignment is where purpose meets prosperity. As we wrap up, remember this. True wealth builds trust and legacy. Thank you for tuning today into Wealth That Waves. If this episode inspires you, subscribe. Share it with someone who needs it to hear it. And most importantly, start thinking on how you can build your wealth with your purpose. Because wealth without purpose is just accumulation, but wealth with purpose is legacy. Until next time, keep building wealth that builds a better world.